Why do I love Halloween so much? Hey, howdy, hey, Trainwrecks, how are y'all today? I am the glorious Trainwreck Mom, and we're going to talk about why Halloween is like the greatest thing in the world for me. I don't know if you dig it as much as I do, but I know I love it. So, let's talk. I was born 2 weeks before Halloween. That's right, kids, if you're keeping note, my birthday is next week. My 40th birthday is next week. You see these up here?
Oh my god!
Yep, that's getting taken care of. So, it's not blue, it's indigo. Good Lord, corporate, get off me. But, so yeah, my 40th is next week. I'm coming to terms with that. It's like, never really thought I'd make it this far, so bonus nachos for me, right?
Fabulous!
But I always thought, like, growing up, especially, 4, 5, 6-year-old kids, all thinking that everything's about them. They're very egocentric. Well, so was I. And so here's all these like decorations and there's sales and there's candy. I thought it was all for me.
Nope.
Because I am awesome. I mean, can you deny it? But seriously, at 4 and 5 years old, walking around dressed up like strawberry shortcake with one of those plastic masks with the 2-inch like wind up sound like Darth Vader, and you take the mask off to see what you got in your candy bag, and it's literally dripping with a weird combination of condensation and water and sweat and god anything else, and it smelled like the inside of a gym locker. Yeah, those things were the best days ever. Are you kidding me? That was Halloween back then. And then when you start getting into being a grumpy, hormonally weird teenager, then it's about the horror movies, and it's about like going to haunted mazes and haunted houses. And I'll tell you right now, I did excellent work. If my friends Maria and Nikki and all of them back at the community center back home in Philly are watching this, we kicked butt. We would turn our community center into a haunted house every year, 5 years, and we did so good with it. We scared people so good for a bunch of teachers and preschool teachers and admin staff and stuff like that. We rocked. We were amazing as amateurs, and I think we did a good job. I miss those days so much. We did the best stuff on such a limited budget. It was so amazing. But that's, when you're in that stage of it, where it's like less of the trick-or-treating and more of the scare and gore and horror, and that stuff's awesome. And then you're going out to the corn mazes with your friends and the haunted houses with your friends, and it's all about that, oh my god feeling. And then, you get into it as a parent, and then it becomes all about the kids trick-or-treating and making them look cute and letting them be what they want to be for a day. And it's really easy when they're little, because you can just like, oh, do you want to be a strawberry? Yay! Do you want to be a lion? Yay! For my son, 4 years running, do you want to be a dinosaur? Yay! For my daughter, anymore, not so much.
Whatever.
Around June, she starts talking about what she wants to be for Halloween, and then it just kind of changes every week, sometimes daily. Now she's stuck on a female version of Negan from The Walking Dead. I'm okay with this because she has 95% of what's already needed for it. All we need is a jacket. I love budget-friendly Halloween ideas. Totally. My mother's the one who put a trash bag on my head, cut slits up the side, and let me go trick-or-treating as Cousin It. That's budget-friendly, people. That's work smarter, not harder. Let me tell you, my mom was a genius. She put me and my best friend, she put brown paper bags over us, put a clothesline between the two of us, and hung clothes on us. We were a clothesline. Work smarter, not harder. That's your DIY for the day. There you go. You're welcome. Anyway, but Halloween lets you explore so many different aspects of your personality that on a regular basis, you're not allowed to. I mean, think about it. You really can't sit and talk about how you're fascinated with serial killers, or you like watching documentaries about how serial killers work, or there's just this stigma if you like horror. It's starting to get a little less now, but there's this really overshadowing thing like, what's wrong with you? Oh my god, how can you subject yourself to that? Dude, yes, because when you know the horrors that are out there, the horrors that are in here don't seem so bad sometimes. Seriously. I love Stephen King. Stephen King's amazing. It is a big thing right now, let me tell you. And I'm sitting here going, I remember reading that back when I was like 10 or 12. What? And that's why I don't do clowns. No. That dude ruined clowns for a generation of people. Let me tell you, that and Poltergeist. Clowns are not fun. That is like...
Oh, hell no!
Yeah, clown... Dude, that's what clowns do, yo, for real? But that's the whole thing about horror. It's expressing that deep down fear. Like, what is it that you're really afraid of? Is it the clowns? Or is it the fact that it's somebody in makeup and you can't see the truth behind that? Oh, that's some deep thinking right there. Yeah! The caffeine must be getting to the brain. Speaking of... Hey, I want to see pictures of your mugs. Can you guys, like, do that for me? Can you send me pictures on Facebook? You can find me. I'm Jennifer Baldwin 1. I think it's like Jennifer.Baldwin 1 or something like that. I'll put the link in the comments. But yeah, I want to see pictures of your coffee mugs because that's a thing. Oh, coffee's important. Coffee's not important for Halloween. Well, it is if you're doing an all-nighter trick-or-treat session or trick-or-treating at the mall, which is like, oh my god, sometimes. Let me tell you. I am grateful, though, for trick-or-treating at the mall because they all give out, like, the Dum-Dum lollipops, and that's pretty much the only candy my son can eat because he can't have chocolate. So that's awesome for him. Halloween, though... I mean, it's just one of those times where you can explore yourself, figure out, bring up that darker part of yourself that nobody likes to talk about. That's the shadow part. But it's also a time for understanding, things are going to die. That's just the nature of it. Things are going to die. Things are going to pass away. Things are going to go to the past. But we carry on. I mean, that's why there are sequels, right? And by the way, let's talk about some sequels here. Sequels, prequels, whatever you want to call them. Can we just stop with the Halloweens? How many are there? 20, 30, 40? Can we just stop? Seriously. It's almost kind of like Sharknado. Now, I love me some Sharknado, but 6. Really, guys? 6?
Ain't nobody got time for that!
But, yeah. I can understand doing a prequel for some things, but the sequels just going on and on and on. No, just please stop. Stop ruining our childhood with prequels and sequels. And speaking of sequels, if Disney screws up Hocus Pocus, we didn't want a remake. We wanted a sequel. We wanted a sequel with Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker. We wanted a sequel with Kathy Najimy. We did not want a sequel or a remake that does not include them. So if they screw it up, people are going to hear about it. I'm telling you. I think this is why Iger's stepping down, because he already knows he's screwed. So, what was it? This has been the longest little rant, and I think I'm just going to cut it out.